Makeshift prosthetics. This is only a short-term fix because she is still growing. So there's no way we can get her the actual prosthetics because she's gonna grow out of it in no time. So this is what I've been doing for as long as I can remember. And it works for us. Please don't forget to consult your vet before executing any of this because we went back and forth to the vet many times. And they also agreed, hey, you know, we could do this for a time being. So here we go. This is basically all the stuff that we need. Now, given that she doesn't have a wound anymore, this is strictly just for the splint. But this stretchy bandage, this one's in style. The paper-ish sticky stuff. Big bandages, now for her, she only needs half of them, so it depends on your situation. But in this case, one we can use twice. Scissors, of course, and this is the magic ingredient. This is supposed to be used as a splint for humans. So as you can imagine, it's a big roll of this stuff. It's bendable, so it's foam with, it's like this thick metal or aluminum that you can actually cut through. See, these I can actually cut through these just with normal scissors. So you see how I trimmed the corners off? Because this is a sheet of really thin metal inside. So the corners can get sharp. I just like to trim it off and then see this? It's nice and round. I'm cutting off strips of these and you'll see that I'm wrapping this thing just in the corners because that metal, as it wears, I'm afraid sometimes they might get abrasive. So just in case. Here we go. I wrapped it twice just to make it a little bit more secure. The key is to keep it in this configuration after, but note that this can't be too tight and it can't be too loose. You'll see in a bit. All right, so getting this ready. Now, since there's no more wound here, basically this is just for protection and because her skin here is still a little bit delicate, yes. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap this here. Now the whole point of this is so that when I wrap it, see how there's like a little clearance from the tip of here to the edge of the bandage? Wrap, 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 wrap. Just so that the tip of her leg is still a little bit protected. For extra security, I'm gonna take another strip of this. Okay, cut some off. Okay, see how there's only 1 centimeter of adhesive here that's really holding everything together. So I'm gonna go a little bit further and I'm gonna do this. Now this will have a much bigger surface area to grab onto. To her fur, yes, but because the area is so much bigger, so when it pulls on it, the force is not that strong. So this right now, see this thing, if she gets rambunctious, she can clip this thing together and it can really squish her feet. It has to be in a way that it's not easy for the thing to collapse, okay? Better to be a little bit looser. See how it fits like almost perfectly? And there's just a little bit of wiggle space. Not too much, not too little. You don't want it so tight that it's grabbing on, because if it pinches, then it's gonna hold, it's gonna squeeze her foot, right? So see how this can actually go like that. And don't forget, you always have to check this on the daily to make sure that nothing is pinching, that she's comfortable, and that she's, you know, she'll tell you if something's not comfortable. So you can take it apart and take a look at it on the daily if you're not feeling secure. So while this is there, get some of the stretchy bandage, and this time we get the really cool one. Now this doesn't have to wrap around too many times, and again, for this you need to check with your vet because not everybody knows how to put this on just right. Can't be too tight, can't be too loose. Too loose, it's going to fall off. Too tight, you're going to cut off circulation. A good way to check for how tight it is to stick your pinky finger in here. If you can stick it in there, okay, that's still okay. You don't want this to be too restraining. This takes a while to perfect. Now, take this, tape at where it joins so that she can't pick at it. Then I'm going to use another one to join these two together. Wait a minute. There's a bird outside, isn't there? I know. Take another square and I will join the other side. So there we go. So I took care of all the sides. Now we've joined this bandage and this bandage together. All right, next up, it's this one. Okay, see how this can't be too tight, it can't be too loose. And you have to check this on the daily to make sure that this thing doesn't collapse because they get rambunctious. Sometimes by some slim chance, this thing can just go and then you can have her foot stuck in there. So make sure you check on the daily. When it can go in like this, okay, and you kind of just slide it around and see how good it goes. And then I want it to be a little bit looser than that. So make it, there we go. A little bit of wiggle space is good, so need to accommodate for that. The whole point of this is to protect, no birds, no, you can't. The birds outside are too tempting, huh? Okay, so the point of this is because the tip of her leg is very fragile. It's only one layer of thin skin covering her bone. You don't want that knocking on the floor. So this is going to give her a buffer. You can see that I'm going to leave a little bit of space so that the tip of her foot, no matter, see, you can kind of shift it a little bit and her stump is not going to protrude. But just to be safe, I'm going to add like about 3/4 of a centimeter. Okay. So now I'm going to take 2 little cubes. I'll show you from another different angle. Secure. Okay, do you see I use this to hold this onto here? So same thing on the other side. Just one square just to hold it in place first. Okay, so one on the left, one on the right. Frankly, if it helps, you can have some of these strips ready. However, because she has no wound right now, so this doesn't have to be like crazy, like sanitized. But yeah, if there's no wound, I'm just gonna prep a few here that's waiting. So what I'm gonna do now is take this strip and, yeah, I know, there's a bird outside. Okay, well, you can't chase them if you don't have your prosthetic on, right? So it makes sense. So see this splint and the stretchy bandage, I'm gonna join these together now by just taping in between these two, just to join it together. That's going to give it a good adhesive right there. Okay, just for extra securement, I'm going to tape here. Just one more. Okay, there we go. Now, this is where everything becomes very beautiful. Okay, I'm going to cut a strip. We're going to start at the base. So cover all the parts where you see the white bandage, right? Overlap. Again, you have to master how to wrap this so it's not too tight and not too loose. One of the ways to do it is to wrap your finger in it the first time, and then when you let go, it's perfect. So you know you have one finger wiggle space in there. And on the part where her foot isn't even there, this is just a splint. So one trick about wrapping this bandage is, see, this is where the bandage ends. I want to put a piece right there because she will pick on it. Eat whatever free edge she has, she'll pick on it. See, there's the end right there. See how there's a little bit of a gap? That's the buffer. Now, I have this one, so I'm going to put that over the free edge. I'm going to cover the edge of that vertical one. Come back to the other side, cover its own edge, and cover that vertical edge again. Okay, because she loves picking at the free edges. You have to be careful and see if you need an extra securement on top. Luckily for her, she doesn't need that anymore, but I'll show you how that works just in case in a moment. Okay, so this one is for the base. Again, this can't be tight at all. Okay, cover the free edge, cover, cover, cover. The less free edges there are, the less there's for her to pick on. Yeah, we know you do. Okay, if your cat has a habit of picking on whatever stretchy bandage is at the end, or if you just don't want cat litter to fall inside because there's a wound in there, or you just don't want cat litter to fall inside, then easy. Take one of these, short one, goes on top. And this is not an airtight seal. It's really just to keep things out. You can see that there's a hole on the side. There's a hole on the side. I'm going to secure this because it's very easy for her to pick off. Remember, free edges, right? Go around, secure, secure, secure. Ha! Here you go. It's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you did good. All right. And this is how we do it. Right, yeah, babe? Yeah, yeah. Okay, wanna go play now? Wanna go chase those birds? Wanna go chase those birds out there? Okay. And always watch and see if she's picking at it after, if she shook it off, if there's any pinching, make sure you double check. But yeah, but we've been doing this so many times, I know what feels good. You know what feels good. Okay,